just get down on your knees and thank God that you know me.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm dancing my head back and forth, side to side.
You're very blunt. You're very straightforward, and I like people like that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. Let's talk about RGTI Stock. Have not made a video in a while on this one. RGTI Stock, I do believe, is ready for a breakout here at this key level of the chart pattern that we're in. So this chart pattern is a bullish chart pattern. Usually means we're going to come down and eventually break out and go higher. So, oops, what is this? Let's go to the weekly for a much more clear look at what's happening. So here is the chart pattern. Let me adjust it. On the weekly time frame, it's much more cleaner price action and much more obvious what's happening, right? We're going lower, we're getting tighter within this little wedge, and eventually what ends up happening is we explode. We just go boom. Okay, that's it. We just make a move higher. Okay, I know some of you are like, wait, Shades, how do you know? How are you so certain this is going to happen? Well, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because everyone's got their eyes on it. Everyone sees it. People, the smart ones, are positioning themselves right now. Now, let me just show you an example on NVIDIA. On the smaller time frame, guess what? I remember yesterday, I'm like, ooh, there's opportunity here. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. It consolidates, it gets tinier here, and boom. That's exactly what's going to happen here with Rigetti. So this was on the 30-minute time frame for NVIDIA. I already made my money on NVIDIA. I am doing if you want to join the Discord, patreon.com/shadesandtrades. I started an NVIDIA Leaps challenge where we only buy leaps, and you need to have at least four grand to trade if you're going to buy leaps and do this challenge with me. But we buy a leap, we get a lot of time on it, and we scalp it for, we look for at least 50 to 60 bucks, up $100 in 2 days, and we're looking for a 100% win rate and just printing money, buying leaps and sitting on the position. We'll see if I hold it for longer, but so far so good. The goal is to make a lot of money on these leaps, just trading NVIDIA. So I saw this pattern, I saw it break out, and I'm like, well, easy money, right? So it's pretty much the same exact thing. I mean, I guess you can buy leaps on RGTI, can't you? Yeah, you can buy leaps on RGTI, no? I don't know how much they cost. They must be cheaper than those of NVIDIA. But yeah, we would expect this to eventually break out and go higher, because this happened last time as well. Maybe some of you don't see it, but this happened last time. Look at that. Look at that. Almost the exact same setup, right? Consolidates, gets smaller, tighter, and boom. Consolidates, gets smaller and tighter, boom. That's what we would expect. And now we would at least target 15 bucks. So that's the play right there, at least if we're looking at the technicals. It's rare that I trade chart patterns. I'm sticking to look, I can't. There's a lot of stocks in the stock market. When we're in a bull run, there's going to be a lot of opportunity. I can't talk about every single stock that exists out there, because some people tell me, well, why don't you buy? Well, I just showed you. I'm doing an NVIDIA Leaps challenge. I'm going to be buying and focused on NVIDIA, but I can't be in every trade. But if I had, I don't know if I want to even. Yeah, look, just buy Rigetti, sit on it, and we should see this go higher. Because if we look at the Quantum ETF, you guys remember the Quantum ETF? Remember the Quantum ETF? If we look at the yearly time frame, what does Quantum as a whole keep doing? What does this sector keep doing as a whole? When you look at the Quantum ETF, what does it keep doing? It just keeps going. It keeps going in one direction, and it's called up. You can see here, it's only had 2 red years since 2018. It just keeps going higher and higher on the yearly time frame. On the daily, you can see Quantum ETF created a new high. This is why I said back then, keep an eye on the Quantum ETF, because when this one starts going higher, it usually means that Rigetti IonQ, which is a part of their holdings, should start following as well. because they tend to lag. Because IonQ isn't moving either, if I believe. I believe it's getting ready to break out as well, no? Yeah, you're seeing pretty much, they follow one another, right? So you're seeing pretty much the same exact pattern here. This one's a wedge though. So we would expect it to, boom, go higher. Assuming this is the flag here. Guess it depends on how you want to look at it. You can also look at it, you can also, funny enough, you can also look at it as a ascending triangle. So either way, when you look at IonQ, Rigetti, and the ETF, everything is lining up for a huge pump. Huge pump as in it's going to be a while, right? It's not going to, we're looking at the daily time frame. When I say it's going to pump, I mean, it's going to take a couple of days. It'll move there, but it's going to take, maybe a week or two, right? It doesn't play out right away. You can see that very clearly. This big move here, it's not like it immediately in one day ran from 10 to 15. It took actually from, let's see, when did it break out? It broke out, we would say, let's say right here on 25th of April. So you had to wait a whole month for it to make this entire move here. So that's what I mean. Because some people get upset. Like, you said it was going to run. Yeah. It's a daily time frame. It's going to run. It's going to be a while. It can take a whole month for it to play out. The big run, so to speak. Too many people think it's just going to go straight up to the moon. Like, that's not how this works. Unless it has a catalyst. If it has a catalyst, different story, right? You have something behind it to get it going. But without that, if it's just breaking out in the technicals, you would expect it to take, a week, two, maybe a month. It depends on the stock. Every stock is different, right? Every stock has its own behavior within its patterns. But if we're going to believe that this is going to do what it did last time here, it broke out, went to this high, and now we would expect it to go back to at least 15. So that's all I got to say. In fact, I'm going to buy some. What am I? I can throw some at this. Why not? Let me go to my account here. Well, I already have a tab open. What am I saying? What am I saying, guys? I already have a tab open. Let me go to Thinkorswim. But yeah, I'm going to buy some here. Rare that I buy RGTI. I usually buy IonQ. But I think that Quantum as a whole right now, it's a buy. I think I'm going to buy, let's buy 300 shares. Why not? And just sit out. Oh, wait, maybe not. I'm going to look at the options chain and see how much these calls are. And look at the IV as well. I don't really care about the delta. I'm not going to buy out of the money. I'm going to buy at the money. So I'm going to, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to do a little research before I buy into the calls. Because balls. Because calls might be the way to go. Because because this can get volatile. Like, look at these big green candles. When it goes, it goes. Let's see. Yeah, definitely gonna look at calls. All right, that's it for the video. That's your alert. It's as close to the purple line as it can be. I mean, you can maybe wait to see if it actually touches it to get as cheap as possible. But at this point, $10 is the line in the sand. So even buying at 11 is a good deal in my opinion. Again, we're in a bull run now. At least that's how I'm treating it because of NVIDIA and how it's behaving, and it's creating a new high, right? A bull run means we keep creating new highs. Guess what? NVIDIA just did that. So we would expect quantum stocks as well to start creating new highs. And the quantum ETF itself created a new high. So again, I know a lot of you went through the bear market, but you need to understand right now, times have changed. We're in a bull market. Whether it's short-lived or not, we don't know. But what we do know as long as it keeps going, we're going to keep making money. Because it just keeps going up and it's hard to lose when everything just keeps pumping, right? Yeah, the purple line strategy is going to not be effective in a bull run. You can see right here, as soon as it starts running away from the purple line in a bull run, it just, it never comes back down. It takes forever for it to come back down to the purple line. So the purple line strategy is pretty much done and over with. It's a very good strategy in a bear market or a sideways market, but in a bull run, a bull run means it just keeps going up. So it's just going to be, getting further and further away from the purple line. So purple line strategy, say goodbye. In terms of the MACD strategy, if this is going to repeat what it did last time, we should see a breakout soon, probably next week.